Hi, we're back. So there's a little bit of backlash with the tier list that me and the Dark Somnium made on the best players in everything Universal. Personally, I don't have a problem with most of them, but there is a few people that I think should be displaced, and I mentioned some of these in the video. So this is just a little bit of feedback that ohmatt and Water had, and they're two of the people that know the game best. So, for starters, in the S tier, we had originally 3D Shy, Hubert, and Blue Shore. I stand by that. I think Blue Shore is a really good teammate, and I will probably die on that grave. Love playing with Blue Shore. He's a good teammate. He helps you out. He does abuse the Sonic bug, which is in one of my shorts that you should definitely watch. Where if you have a higher frame rate, it does more damage. But aside from that, he's still really good on 11X. Hubert is the king of Sephiroth, from what I can tell. I've beat Hubert a few times, not in ones, only in twos. In ones, from what I can tell, he's a demon. In twos, from what I can tell, he's really good. The only problem is, if you put too much pressure on Hubert, he folds. So that's kind of why we beat him. Now, the complaint we had with our S tier is 3D Shy. Because apparently ohmatt dogwalked him. Apparently everybody dogwalks 3D Shy. I don't think so. So this 3D Shy is just going to be based on what everyone else thinks, because I haven't played against him enough, clearly. So I've only played against Mario a few times, and I think the same thing applies for the Dark Somnium, okay? But we haven't played against Mario enough to know how to play perfectly against him. And I think you need a bit of experience fighting against the character to know how to play against them well. Unless it's like Saitama or something and they're utter dog shit. But 3D Shy plays Mario to the maximum capacity, so it's kind of annoying to play against him. Right, if that makes sense. It's annoying to counter the green shell, it's annoying that how much he runs around, but ohmatt, who is about A tier, he thinks that he should be badly lowered. I think 3D Shy and MX is menacing. And I think we dropped 3D Shy to B tier, where Big Man was, or Yasin. Next, we have Xander in A tier. My problem is, I think Xander's really good on Dante, and no one else. And that's what everyone else thinks. But Water suggested something that I think goes pretty well by. If you're only good on one character and they're A or S tier, then you get demoted. And I think that definitely applies to Xander. Now this compares Xander and Hubert, because I do think they're both pretty good. Maybe not the same skill though. Hubert can play every character in the game to a pretty decent capacity, okay? I don't think there's a character that he's bad at. There's every character in the game that he's good at and some that he's great at. Xander is really only great on Dante and average on other characters. And because Dante's base kit is too easy to counter, he just really relies on the ultimate. Like, I played 2v2s against Xander and dogwalked him his first two stocks because he doesn't know how to do anything but combo on Dante. And there's only so far that you can go in this game without using logic properly. So for that, we demote Xander to C tier. Big Man was originally in B tier. I don't fucking agree with that. Like what I said, if you're using an A tier or S tier character and that's the only character you win on, you get demoted. If that is the case, Big Man goes right down to Super F. The only character Big Man has ever won on is Fantastic Four because he is an iframe merchant. He played Orifon Piccolo, who, mind you, also has 3 iframes. He might have 4, I think. Yeah. So, he only plays iframes characters, and even then, he got dark-walled by the Dark Somnium. And he's saying Big Man's better than him because he beat him yesterday on F4 again. Because who else would it be? No. He's just underestimating himself. Big Man, realistically, should be F minus. Super F, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He just gets demoted, okay? I think we actually promote 2 people to B tier since we're dropping Big Man to Super F. I think me and Water go up to B tier. And we leave RVS in that little category by himself for now. I think I'm a pretty good player that have good feats. I don't want to talk about myself too much though, because that might overestimate myself and people won't agree with it. I don't want to start drama between people. I just want to give it my honest opinions. And Water, okay. I think if Water played OP characters, he would be an easy B tier, but for me, I think he barely makes sense to B tier because he plays niche characters, but he does good with them. He's like Hubert, but he has less of a variety and only plays the weak ones. Although, of course, he plays like Virgil and stuff, but even I beat him on Virgil when he was in a 1v1 against me. But to be fair, I was on Raider, and I did chain him to. I did a Pen and Stairs ult, so. Yeah, other than that, I think RVS is good, but I just don't think he's got enough feats to be promoted any higher than he is. Now with D tier, Little, I think I haven't played against him too much. He was carried by Jean, but he's good. Just keep him in that tier. Alex 101, same thing we discussed in the video. Good game sense, good nothing else. Monkey Man, I want to promote Monkey Man, but as much as I do, I don't know if I can. He seems to me like he gets carried too much by teammates. I don't think he does bad. I don't think he does bad in any of his games. I just think he makes the wrong play sometimes. Because I've watched his streams quite a lot. If I could though, Monkey Man, I'd put you in C tier, originally where Water was. Because I think you are good. I just don't think you have enough feats. You play with more good players than you are like good against good players. Then moving on to F tier is Chickius, and I have no problem with that. I think he barely makes it into the tier list. Yeah. And Dark Somnium's gonna get promoted to C tier because I know if he was here, he would say he isn't and he's ass. I think he beats a lot of people in the tier list at the bottom. I think he beats everybody in D tier actually. So yeah, I put Dark Somnium just in C tier with RVS. And for Don't Judge, we've got input from the people who were original, who like gave us feedback, okay? So ohmatt is meant to be A tier. I'm going to put him B tier because I haven't seen him use any feats other than admin commands. And I'm so sorry, I just haven't seen you play enough. And I know you telling me that you're A tier. I don't want to take a risk. If you are A tier and we make this again, I will say full on, I will support you that you're A tier. For now, it's B. But definitely above me, because I probably lose to you. Mindless is meant to be A tier. I have no objection with that. I haven't seen Mindless play too much. From what I can tell, he's good. Fire Tomato is one of the oldest people to... He's one of the first people to touch the game, pretty much. Maybe not one of the first, but he's very old. I played him before. He's pretty good. Yeah, again, nothing more I can say about him. But I put him C tier, which is pretty average for like the best players. So when you think of the best players, you'd think Fire Tomato not first, but sort of like listing it as the list goes along. And then you have Barbecue Chest, who we should have a new category for apparently, because called Super F, because apparently he sucks on any character he touches. And one more person is JTL, who we just kind of forgot to put on there. I'm so sorry. He's meant to be washed now, but I played him in his prime, and I think I got him to 0 stocks, but I wasn't that good then. But anyway, he's meant to be A tier as well. And just want to thank you guys for watching. If you like the opinions, let me know. I'll do more tier lists. I like doing tier lists, it's fun. Thanks for the feedback.